With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. On the Tampa sideline, head coach Todd Bowles. His guys no longer undefeated after last week's loss, currently sitting at 4-1 through 5 games. On the other side for the Seahawks, it's Mike McDonald. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Once again, it's Irving. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And he is going to have the Bucs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
To number 9, Omeka Ibuka. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They go play action. Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's another Buccaneers first down. A gain of 22 yards.
To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to go down there. A sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Baker going to give it to Irving. And it won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and 3rd pick in the 2018 draft.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 2nd down in the yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. He was well over 100 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Darnold. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Up the middle, here's Walker. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. So 8 yards on the completion there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Darnold now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
That's another Seahawks first down.
Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they ended with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And we'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
At the 30-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A good return there of 17 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Irving. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Mayfield. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Mayfield showing he can be fleet of foot, picking up the 1st down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one taken in by Otten. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Boye Mafe able to record his 5th sack of the season. Mayfield down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! What's that? What's that?
Mayfield. To the sideline and incomplete.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got to bracket it out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect. And he executed so well.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find it.
And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 8. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. From the gun, Mayfield. Now he'll touch. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Mayfield looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
You must be very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they're throwing it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. The Seahawks offense had Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
First and 10 at the
now Darnold. Outright to Smith-Njigba. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Here's Darnold. This is caught. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up second
and we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And he'll be hit as he releases it and now fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. He finds Smith-Njigba in the end zone for a Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith-Njigba touchdown catch. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And able to get this out to the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 13 yards remaining on second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Galvin. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Now it's Darnold. He completes this to Walker. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Darnold from the gun. He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports.
Our spin around the NFL starts now. We begin with a visit to Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. The Panthers at home to take on Miami. And it's Tua Tagovailoa. He had a heck of a game. This, one of 2 touchdown passes. He also ran for a score. The Dolphins with an important W. They didn't want to start 1-4, and they won't following their victory here. Why don't we go over to Charm City now? Check in on the Ravens as they host the Houston Texans. And it's Rasheen Ali. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Ravens continue to have enough. They make it 5 straight wins to start the new year. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Raiders. And it's the first running back taken in the draft, Ashton Genty. He's going to show some burst, and he has a score, 24 yards on the touchdown. The Raiders started 0-4, but they finally break through to get their first W of the year. With that, here's a look at the rest of the action from around the NFL here in Week 5, the first weekend of October. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Third and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Again, it's Walker. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 132 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Back to throw, Darnold. He finds Smith-Njigba. And he takes his down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and he wanted to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape for a first and goal.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
To throw is Darnold. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he returns this to the 22. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Calling a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Play fake. Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. In motion left, Godwin. To throw, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Taken from just outside the 30. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see it back. Just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. 147 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Darnold now to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they open the lead up down to 25.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out come the Bucs now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up second down.
At the 33-yard line.
The slot man in motion right. From the gun, Mayfield. Open man is Ibuka. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
In football 101 there, you just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
180!
Mayfield. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mayfield down. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
In motion right, Evans. Mayfield now from the 50. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down to come up empty. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Well, being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
It's a gain of 5.
2nd and 5.
At the Buccaneers' 44-yard line.
Here's Darnold. They'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
They'll try for the first with Walker. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker.
Picked up by Levante David. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Following the interception, Mayfield finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Complete to Mike Evans.
Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. He's got Otten on the out route. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cade Otten, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10.
On the coverage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Open man is Bonner, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
14 yards. And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Off of play action, Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and
Here's Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Faking the give, Darnold. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
On the coverage.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd and 8.
Now it's Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
10-yard line.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. 2nd and 10. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
The extra point now coming from Myers. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score, Might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passing we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
3rd and 3. Now Mayfield. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. They'll give it up to the big man Walker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And Darnold wants to throw the football. Cooper Kupp. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. To throw is Darnold. And it's caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Back to throw, Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So they got some pressure, maybe hoping to get a safety, and they get roughing the passer.
And gave up a pass completion as well. Nothing really went right on that play for them.
Mayfield to throw it. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. So the victory here for Seattle. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Seahawks, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.